All right, guys, check this out. This project is completed and it looks incredible. We've got the brand new lawn. We've got the brand new retaining wall. We have all of the transplanted plants. Now, one of the things that I want to make mention of with these transplants is you can already see that the leaves are drooping a little bit. This is a typical sign of a plant that's in shock from being transplanted. We watered the heck out of these, and we're going to ask the client to continue to water them very, very heavily for the next several days and weeks, and those plants will perk back up. Some of them may die. That's one of the risks that you take with transplanting large shrubs like this, but more than likely, if they can stay super wet, and I mean I would flood these holes with water, there's a very good chance that these plants will perk back up. But let's take a look at this wall. Oh my gosh, this thing looks absolutely incredible. This lawn is gorgeous. This is Zorro Zoysia sod, and you just take a look at it. I mean, this thing is pristine the way that this looks, and once it fills in, it will actually match this side of the house, which we sodded last year for the homeowner. So I mentioned that we were doing brand new plants and shrubs up along the front of the house, and take a look at how clean this looks compared to what it looked like on day one. Now, these plants are just babies, so it's going to take a couple seasons for them to grow up and to fill in, but they're not going to grow nearly as tall as the old plants. They're going to grow just a little bit above this deck. They're going to get nice and thick and full, and it's going to be a lower landscape so you can take advantage of just the entire beauty of the front of this house. Here is the short wall that we did on the opposite side. And again, boom, this thing just looks tremendous how it all turned out. So overall, I am absolutely thrilled with the result of this project. I think it looks fantastic. We've got that upright, blood good Japanese maple. So I've got to give the homeowner some watering instructions and let them know to make sure to keep all of this new plant material really, really wet, because we're now into the mid 80s and those temperatures are going to continue to rise. What we did over here, you can see that the neighboring property isn't kept up very well. So one of the things that we did is we took 3 of the transplants, and I said, use them over here as an anchor, because if you separate your lawn, which is really nice, and then it immediately goes into an adjacent lawn, which isn't so nice, it's not going to look as nice as if we actually use plant material as a visual anchor along this side. So up here, just to refresh your memory on some of this plant material and what it is and what we used, we have these dwarf cryptomeria shrubs. These are one of my favorite shrubs. Incidentally, the homeowner actually has a full-grown dwarf cryptomeria that they've had for a number of years. They liked it so much that they asked us to copy it. That's that plant right there. So those little plants that are right here, those are going to look just like that plant will in the next few years. We've got some encore azaleas over here. We have a combination of pink and white encore azaleas. So I believe we have the dwarf pink encore azaleas here. We've got a medium growth pink and white encore azalea over there, and we match that on this side as well. These are 2 of my favorite plants that you see them a lot in Japanese gardens. These are dwarf Hinoki cypress plants. They're going to get a little bit taller, probably about 2 more feet tall, and then they're going to stop. The homeowners wanted to keep these plants low, so they stay below the windows, and I think we nailed it. I mean, you can see the new section of sod put in right here versus the old section or existing section, and man, this looks great. This was nothing but dirt and weeds. This area was a mess when we got started, and it looks absolutely fantastic now. So that is our finished project. We were looking at about 4.5 days, 4.25 days really on the job. We got in, we got out, we made it look great, and I'm just thrilled with the result of it. Oh, incidentally, we added as a change order, we were originally just going to mulch this part and that part up there. And while we were working on the project, we said, hey, instead of leaving this all dirt, why don't we just mulch the whole thing? So that took about 10 extra yards of mulch, or 12 extra yards of mulch for that area. But we used this nice dark brown shredded hardwood mulch, which just complements this whole yard and this whole wall so nicely. So hope you've enjoyed this project. Hope this veneer stone has given you some ideas of how to build these walls quickly and still make them look great. One thing that I do want to note, and this is the last thing here, is the whole point of this wall was to be designed to match what is existing on the house. So take a look at that, because I think we accomplished this goal spot on. This is the existing wall on the house that was built when the home was built. That is our wall, which you can see right there. I think we came very close to getting almost an exact match, and I'm just thrilled with the way it turned out. Hope you like this project as much as I do and as much as my clients do. Have a great night.